Hey everyone, it's Natalie. So I'm back again today. And, you know, I want you guys I have an assignment for you guys. And that assignment is to write a letter, but do not send it, to your narcissistic in-law about how you feel, the things they've done, how they've hurt you, how you've felt unwelcomed and unloved in this family. And I want you to write this letter with your whole heart, but I don't want you to send it. This letter is for you to validate your feelings, okay? The problem being in a situation, a nightmare like this, is that nobody validates you or how you feel. Your opinions and decisions and emotions are not relevant to your in-laws. And unfortunately, or your husband in cases. And unfortunately, when you're in a situation where you are not validated, it can make you feel like you are going crazy, and it causes depression. And I think the worst thing that you can do is beat yourself up over this situation. And I hate to be the one to tell you, but you will never be validated, accepted, or welcomed into this home. You are not considered family to them, and you never will be. No matter how hard you try to be part of this family, they will never consider you family, even when you have their grandchildren. This is just the reality. And so I want you to write a letter to your in-laws and keep it for yourself. And what I also have told other people to release them from your life is you write a letter and you take that letter and burn it. So you sit there and write how you feel, how they've treated you, how they've made you feel and everything. And you have a ceremony and you burn that letter and you literally hold a funeral of the loss of the in-laws. You can also burn any gifts, cards, or anything else that they have given you along with that letter. Now, you can keep the letter if you would like instead of burning it, so you can be reminded every time you're having that urge to either react or get back into contact. You can go back and read that letter. But one thing that I would love for you guys to start doing is journaling. Journaling helps release your built up frustrations, and it also brings validation to the way you feel. And the unfortunate part about all of this is that it never had to be like this. When you came into your partner's life, you thought, wow, this person is so amazing. I can't wait to meet the people that, raised him. They must be wonderful people because this person that's in my life that I chose as a partner is a wonderful person to me. But then and this is where it gets really tricky, because you think that your partner's so great. You think the parents are going to be as great. And so when you enter into this relationship with your in-laws, or maybe you're dating at first and it's just the parents to you, just his parents or her parents to you, not the in-laws, you think, well, I'll be able to be myself and share things with this person so we can get to know each other and they can get to know the things that I've been through in life and my accomplishments and all this stuff, because that's what people do to get to know each other, is that you tell each other about your life experiences, to have that bond. But what you don't know at the time is that these people really are not for you. And so you make that mistake of sharing things about your life and who you are with these people, not knowing later on they're going to use it against you or use it as an excuse to get their child out of the relationship they have with you. And I think that's the dangerous part about entering into this relationship with your partner's parents who are narcissistic, because you don't know, because like a normal person doesn't use your traumas or your life events or life experience against you. A normal person doesn't do that. If anything, they relate to you, right? They appreciate you sharing this information with them. And it could also, even a normal person, by you sharing things that happen in your life, it could actually help the other person feel validated in some of the things that they've went through in life. But because the narcissist doesn't want to validate you, they will take you being vulnerable to them by sharing who you are with them and your life events and experiences, and they use it against you. And that's the dangerous part about entering into this relationship with these people, because you don't know this about someone. And what's even crazier is that you've probably never met anyone like this. And so you were unaware that anything like this could ever occur in your life, where you sharing yourself with somebody could backfire and get that person to be against you. And I know when I first met my mother-in-law, I knew there was something really off with her, just because of her stare, like her eyes. Like, this is how she is, like this. There's no emotions. There's no facial changes. She literally looks like a psychopath. You know, like how psychopaths have like that dead stare? That is what she has. And so I noticed that right away. And so she really didn't get any information out of me, really. What she did, though, was go and ask my boyfriend at the time about my family life, about how I grew up, about who I am, about my mistakes, about the things that he knew about me. That's what she did to get dirt on me. And in my situation, because I've known my mother-in-law since I was 15 years old, in those 22 years, especially teenage years and your 20s, you make mistakes because you are growing as a person and you are learning, right? You are learning from your mistakes. But the narcissist looks at it as though those mistakes you made is who you are as a person, not realizing that you are growing into an adult who makes mistakes and learn from those mistakes. And so they automatically start to judge who you are by your past. And let's say that maybe you did have some behavioral issues growing up, or you made really stupid mistakes. As time goes by, you change as a person, because being that young, being a teenager, you are forming your personality through the years, through your life experiences. And so the narcissist doesn't take in account that these mistakes you make are a learning, it's you learning how to form a positive personality. Because even if you had behavior issues when you were younger, through time, you change those behaviors because you recognize those behaviors were negative. And even when you change, like in my instance, even though I changed some of my bad behaviors, and changed some of the things that I made mistakes in life. Even though I changed it and learned from it, she never looked at me as a changed person. She continuously looked at me like that teenager who was making mistakes. You see what I'm saying? So this is where the narcissist uses everything that you do against you. Everything. Even when it's traumatic. Instead of being there with you, helping you cope through these traumas, or helping you cope through maybe bad behaviors or making bad decisions, instead of helping you and as an adult being able to help this individual that made these mistakes, because they're an adult, maybe they've had some of these experiences, and them give you advice on how to, not make these mistakes or how to whatever. Instead, they take those bad experiences that you've had and characterize you as that person. So my in-law looks at me like I'm still 15 when I'm almost 37 years old in a month. And she doesn't recognize that through the mistakes that I've made in life, it has taught me to be a better person, to not make these same mistakes. But they don't look at it like that. See, through time, you build the character that you are through your life experiences. Your personality is forming since childhood through the things that you have went through. But when you're dealing with the narcissist that has been in your life for decades, they don't recognize the change in you. Instead, they look at your character as what it was when they first met you, in my case, as a teenager. And we all know teenagers make stupid mistakes and do stupid things because we're children, we're kids. But because the narcissist will never give me credit for all the wonderful things that I've done in my life, and give me credit for changing my life in a positive way, instead, she reverts back to all the horrible or traumatic or whatever incidences in my life. And I know that when people are in my life that are doing wonderful things, I give them credit for those. I applaud them. I say, way to go. I guide them. I want to be part of these good experiences or accomplishments or achievements. And since she's known me since I was 15 years old, I've had a lot of accomplishments and a lot of achievements, and I've done a lot of good in this world. And she will never recognize those. Never. She will never point out the good things. Like the time that I announced that I got a job with my husband, I was so excited. Guess who's the first person I called? The narcissist. Because I was looking for that acceptance. And instead of being happy for me, what she did was, right after I called and told her this, me and my husband had gotten into our very first big fight, okay? Because some things happened that shouldn't have happened. I think we were both going through midlife crises, trying to figure out life, and we were moving a lot, which was causing stress. Plus, we had a small child, which was causing us to be delusional from no sleep. So, me and my husband got in a fight. Well, who do you think my husband ran to tell about this fight? This private fight that we had. He ran to his mother. You know why he did that? He did that because she trained him to do that. She had been grooming him for years to say, hey, you need to tell me every negative thing that happens in your relationship. And since this is like the one time that something negative in our relationship happened, he went straight to mama. And the first thing she told him was to take my job from me. And this is only a few weeks prior to me calling her and telling her about this job and how excited I was. This is how spiteful they are. Not only did she say to take my job, but she told him to hide, to go to a hotel and hide from me. She had a divorce lawyer in her phone. A divorce lawyer. Gave him the phone number to the divorce lawyer. She called the divorce lawyer herself too. Told him to kick me out of our family home, to take my vehicle, and to take my son and my banking. So this, because she knew so many good things were happening in my life, the moment something that she, like some type of vulnerability or some type of traumatic event happened, she took that as an opportunity to destroy my life because she was so jealous of all the good things that was happening in my life. That's the type of people we are dealing with. And that is my point of this, is because we are tricked at first when we first meet our narc into sharing things. This is for all women. When you first meet your in-laws or your future in-laws, you need to only have surface conversations with these people until you actually get to know them. Because I know that you want to go and meet your spouse's parents or boyfriend, girlfriend's parents and show them who you are by telling them the good things that have, that you're involved in or has happened for you or your schooling or whatever it is, because you want to prove yourself to them that you're a good person, you're a good fit for their child. Don't do that right away. You need to wait to share your personal information, your life story with these people. You need to wait to tell them these things until you can figure out if they are trustworthy. Because if you go in right away trying to impress these people, they will always use it against you later. They're not happy for you. They're not happy you graduated college. They're not happy you have a high-paying job. They're not happy that you're a stay-at-home mom taking good care of your kids. They're not happy for you. They're not happy when you go on vacation with your family. They're not happy when you're celebrating your anniversary with your husband. They're not happy that you're celebrating birthdays or Christmas or whatever. No. See, it's all about them. Why would they be happy for you and have attention shined on you? Why would they be happy about that? See, what you have to understand is that every holiday, everything that deflects away from the narcissist getting attention is exactly the opposite of what the narcissist wants. They want the attention on them at all times. So they will do things like throw big Christmas parties, or if you have an accomplishment, ignore it, or trigger you during maybe you're having a congratulations dinner or something like that. You think that they're happy for you in the moment or during that celebration or during the holiday. But the truth is they'll do something passive aggressive or try to trigger you in that meeting to get a negative response out of you. So that way the attention goes back on them and they can play the victim and make you look like the bad guy, even when the whole reason why there's a gathering is to celebrate something that you accomplished, Christmas, birthday, whatever it is, because everyone is paying attention to you or maybe your child, whatever it is. They can't stand it. So they will do things negatively to, this is what I want you to understand. They love negative attention. As long as they can take the positive attention from you and put it negative attention on them, they don't care. They don't care it's negative. As long as the attention is diverted back onto or reverted back onto them, that's all that matters. A narcissist loves negative attention because they get to play the victim. They don't care if it's positive. They will do whatever it takes to get that attention away from that celebration or away from that person, even though they have to do it negatively to get the attention on them. So I want you to grieve the loss of these people. You have to literally throw a funeral for these people, even though they are still alive. You need to stop wasting so much time and energy on people that don't put any energy or time or effort or love into you. Save the energy that you have, save that love that you have in your heart for someone that deserves it. Because you're wasting it on people that don't deserve it. And it is absolutely just driving you crazy trying to impress someone that you will never impress. You will never get the in-laws you deserve. And let's be honest here. They don't deserve you. That's the truth. They don't deserve you. All right, guys. That's the video. Throw the funeral. That's what you got to do. And move forward. And if you have to be around your narcissist, stay calm, collected, and quiet. Keep your boundaries firm. They cross those boundaries, because we all know narcissists cross boundaries. I don't care if you have to say it 100 times. You tell them straight up you're crossing boundaries. That's what you tell them. They hate the word boundary. They hate it. And you literally have to use that vocabulary. And if they are coming and saying something negative to you, you say, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I see it differently. They hate that phrase. All right. Peace, love, harmony. See you guys later. And yes, next week we are having Zoom, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Texas. I'm in Texas. And I will leave, I already set it up on Zoom and paid for it and everything. So I will go ahead and post that this week. All right. Love you guys. Bye.